Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Siddhi Partheri and today's my topic for discussion is on intercontinental ballistic missile, that is ICBM. So ICBM, that is intercontinental ballistic missile, it is a land-based nuclear-armed ballistic missile with a range of more than 3,500 miles. It means 5,600 kilometers. So, a ballistic missile use projectile motion to deliver warheads on a targets. These weapons are guided by only during the relative brief periods. Most of the flights is unpowered. Short-range ballistic missiles stay within the Earth's atmosphere, while intercontinental ballistic missiles are launched on a suborbit flight. This weapons is in the distant category from cruise missiles, which are aerodynamically guided in powered flight. Now, moving toward the history, in this, as I said about the introduction, what is intercontinental ballistic missile and what is ballistic missile. So, ballistic missile it is used within the Earth atmosphere, while the intercontinental ballistic missile it is used on the suborbit that is which are lower on the suborbital flight. Now we will further discuss about the what is history, what are the flights, what are the types of intercontinental ballistic missile. Then we will see that which are the country which are different countries which have the ballistic missile and how tons of the ballistic missiles are there, and who is the first country for the for launching the strong ballistic that is ICBM. So here we will do this step by step. Now moving toward the history, the earliest form of ballistic missile dates from the 13th century, with its use derived from the history of rockets. In the 14th century, the Ming Chinese Navy used an early form of ballistic missile weapon called as Holongyu Chusai in naval battles against enemy ships. A modern pioneer ballistic missile was the A4, commonly known as V2, developed by Nazi Germany in 1930s and 1940s under the direction of Werner von Braun. The first successful launch of V2 was in October 3, that is in 1942, and it began operation on September 6, 1944, against Paris, followed by the attack on the London 2 days later. After 2 days later, by the end of the World War II in Europe, that is in May 1945, more than 3,000 has been more than 2,000 feet 2 years has been launched. The R-7 Semyorka was the first intercontinental ballistic missile. In 2010, the US and the Russian government signed a treaty to reduce the inventory of the intercontinental ballistic missile over a seven period, that is to 2017 to 1,550 units each. Now moving toward the flight, what is the flight? What does it contains? And ICBM missile trajectory consists of three parts: the powered flight portion, the free flight portion, which constitute most of the flight time, and the re-entry phase, where the missiles re-enter the Earth atmosphere. The flight paths for shorter range ballistic missile are essential the first two phases of the ICBM, as some ballistic category do not leave the atmosphere. Ballistic missile can be launched from a fixed site or a mobile launchers, including vehicles. Example: transporter, electric launchers, and aircraft. And also it includes ships and submarines too. Next, the powered flight portion can last from a few tenths of the second to several minutes and can consist of multiple rocket stages. When the fuel is exhausted, no more thrust is provided, and the missile enter the free flight. In order to cover the large distance, ballistic missiles are usually launched into a high suborbital space flight. For continental missiles, the highest at altitude reached during the flight is about 2000 kilometer, that is 1200 meters. The re-entry stage begin at the altitude where the atmosphere drag plays a significant role in the play of missile trajectory and last until the missile impact. Next, moving toward the types of ballistic missiles. The ballistic missiles are very widely in range and use and often divided into category based on range. Various schemes are used by different countries to categorize the range of ballistic missiles. That are air launched ballistic missile. Second is tactical ballistic missile, which is range between the 150 to 300 kilometers. Next is theater ballistic missile which range between 300 to 3500 kilometers. Next is short range ballistic missile, which range between the 300 to 1000 kilometers. Next is medium range ballistic missile, which range between the 1000 to 3500 kilometer. And next is the intermediate range ballistic missile, which long range ballistic missiles and range between the 3500 to 5500 kilometers. Next is intercontinental ballistic missile, which range greater than 5500 kilometers. Next is submarine launched ballistic missiles, which is launched from missile submarine. Most current design have a continental range, with the notable exception of Indian operational SLBM, Sagarika, and K4, as well known as North Koreans currently operationally developed KN-11, which might not have the intercontinental range. So moving toward, as I said, now we will see about that according to the country level, which are the best, and India comes under which that is how powerful is an interballistic missile. First we will see, then we will see what is the most powerful ballistic missiles. And then next we will see that which country, our country, that is India, comes at which rank for creating the ballistic missile. So we will see it one by one. So first of all, how powerful is the interballistic interballistic missile? The ICBM is a full intercontesting ballistic missile, land-based nuclear ballistic missile with range more than 3500, as I say. So, what is the most powerful intercontinental ballistic missile? So, according to the first is RS-28 Sarmat, sorry, RS-28 Sarmat, which missile's mass is 208.1 tons. Next is R36M2 Voivoda, which has missile mass of 45 to 50 tons. And next is R36M2 Voivoda, sorry, Viogoda has a 2,11,400 kilo, and BZHRK Barzuin has a 45 to 50 tons. And then next is UR100 and UTTKH has 1 lakh 5,600 kg. So here is the most according to the weight, missile weight, the power most powerful, which is the missile I have mentioned you. Now coming towards the what is the which country is the best missile technology. So with the taste of the pad missile, India become the fourth country to have the successfully developed an anti-ballistic missile system. After that, United States, Russia, and Israel is there. Next, how many country have ICBM? So only 9 countries have the intercontinental ballistic missile, namely China, India, France, Israel, North Korea, Pakistan, Russia, and United Kingdom, and also United States. Of the 31 states below are known as suspected of processing nuclear weapons. These 9 states and the Iran have product or flight test missiles with range exceeding than 1,000 kilometers. So I think I have covered the all this topic. Hope you should get understand one more thing, which is the number one missile in the world. So it is named as LGM 30 Minuteman 3, which is formed by the United States. The Minuteman missile have existed since the late 1950. This weapon provides quick reactions, interstellar guidance with reliability, high accuracy, and significant long distance target capabilities. So I have said which is the best missile, the most advanced missiles according to the which country is best, which is the number one. India is a fourth country, fourth number, fourth rank, at the fourth rank for producing the ICBM. Hoping that you are understanding this, and here is the end of my video. Thank you.